Man. Boy, it ain't so easy when it ain't the Miami Heat you beating up, huh? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugas. And tonight I'm going to talk about tonight's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. You have the Indiana Pacers beating the Cleveland Cavaliers 114 to 105 to advance to a second straight Eastern Conference Finals and to send the 64 win Cleveland Cavaliers home early. Before I get into this video, man, for anyone, if you want to drop a dot on the Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, that information is down in the description box. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. Man. Look, first off, shout out to Cleveland the way they just humiliated my Miami Heat, man, in a sweep. But to be honest with you, you know, I just knew like I couldn't trust a Cleveland Cavaliers team that ain't had LeBron James, man. Like, before the playoffs started, I had OKC versus Boston. I clearly, prayers to Jason Tatum also, man, with the horrific Achilles injury. Clearly it looked like Boston not gonna go neither, but I just didn't have this Cavs team, man, really being a finals threat like that. Look, I like Donovan Mitchell a lot, man. I mean, he could ball. Garland is straight. Mobley Defensive Player of the Year, Strus and all that. But I'm like, they don't really look like to me, a championship, type of team, man. It's a team that pretty much had the same players, that keep getting knocked out the playoffs, man. New coach and granted new, you know, off, new regular season, obviously, winning all the games they won, but I just didn't fully believe in them. Now, look, you know, I think where they really lost this series was game two. Whenever now granted they had Garland, Mobley, and Hunter all out, but you had a 20 point lead late in that game, and they allowed Indiana to come back and win the game. Man, they came out game three, and you was like, well, all right, order probably been restored, but then Indiana said, no. Game four order is restored. Like we gonna beat your ass by 40 something, compared to your 20 something or whatever. But I just knew I didn't trust this team like that, man. And Donovan Mitchell, man, look, as much as he's a prolific scorer and I think a really good player, man, he still hasn't been to a conference finals. And this is the second time he's been a number one seed and has gotten knocked out of the playoffs. Remember, he was a number one seed in Utah in 2021, and the Kawhi-less Leonard Clippers beat them. So and he gotta start doing something, man. Take this team further. Like scoring and all that is really nice, man, but might have to be a little better defensively, might have to facilitate a little more, or maybe just get a better players around them. But but hey, man, as much as I look at Cleveland as this total disappointment, gotta tip my hat, man, to the Indiana Pacers, man. Rick Carlisle, Tyrese Halliburton said overrate that. You know what I'm saying? And he did all this, man. And I know his pops, wherever the hell he watching the game at, because he ain't allowed nowhere near that damn arena. Cheering his son on and liking the way his son holding it down and handling the adversity. Of him not being able to be there. Tyrese didn't miss a beat, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of at times get a little annoyed with him because I feel like he's too reluctant, to take over a game, and he do got that funny little wind up shot. You know what I'm saying? But it's efficient. It works. And tonight, man, he was aggressive. He played like an Olympian tonight. Shout out to him, man. And look, Indiana got a good team. They got a good team, man. You got him, you got Nimhart, who's a very underrated player. Neesmith could score. You know, Siakam is very underrated, man. A world champion, a guy that could score on three levels, guy that could score in the post, you know, score in the mid range and hit the dome ball. You know, Miles Turner, man, who's one of the better shot blockers in the league, and also could score. You know, and then the bench with, you know, if he keep his hands to himself, Benedict Mathurin, you know, and T.J. McConnell always, you know, come with some energy. And they even dusted off Thomas Bryant, man. Thomas Bryant out there giving them good minutes, man. I think this Indiana team is good, man, and I think they got a real legit shot to get to the NBA Finals, man. I'm assuming it's gonna be the Knicks. You know, they beat the Knicks in seven last year, and I think they got. I'm not saying they will, not saying they won't, but I think if it's the Knicks, they got a real legit shot at the Knicks again this postseason, man. But congratulations to the Indiana Pacers, man, getting going to the second straight, you know, Eastern Conference Finals, and for the Cavaliers, man, this is look. Like I said, it's life without LeBron. I don't trust the Cleveland Cavaliers team that don't have LeBron James on it. Sorry, I don't care how many games they won in the regular season. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe and have Miami Heat, NBA, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat.